Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Best Ball Bros! I'm Matt.
And I quit.
I just watched my Vikings get smoked in primetime, which feels a little normal at this point. The fourth quarter comeback was a little more shocking than anything. But we are starting episode 14.
Last episode.
We quit!
I'm so done after the news that happened this week, after the pitiful games that my fantasy football teams put up this weekend. I quit.
I guess, so we'll start with the good news. Aaron, happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And even better news, I have AC.
Hey!
It only took a month and a half, but I am nice and cool. And
I hope they waived one of those payments.
I have a planned call with corporate members.
Oh boy.
Yes, that is scheduled for 2:15 Monday.
Awesome.
So,
I guess we'll go into next. Our guillotine league at work that you run.
it's been fun.
It's barring somebody starting their quarterback and then throwing 9 interceptions. Looks like you're done.
Yep, I am out. Special shout out to the Jets and Minnesota Vikings for ruining my guillotine.
Yeah, you had you had Justin Fields.
Justin Fields with a concussion. That doesn't help.
And
then I had hope until about 20 minutes ago because I had Justin Jefferson playing, and McCarthy threw more interceptions than first down completion. Is that correct?
I don't think that's
close.
true.
It's three.
It might be close.
3 interceptions and a lost fumble.
Yeah, that was only
3. 1 at the end.
Oh, those don't count.
It does count.
Those don't count.
It does count.
Anyway,
it does count when you thought it was a free play, so you throw it deep into triple coverage, and it turns out it was a flag for illegal motion, and the play stands.
Ouch. Yeah. I was already driving here, so I kind of missed that. Anyways. Yeah.
Okay, so
my team lost. Your Saints lost.
At least my Saints are putting up a fight. Spencer Rattler had 3 touchdowns today, and they almost beat the hapless, injured, can't keep a player on the field in San Francisco. Okay, so all right, enough of this rambling. I'll let you get into the news. Wait! Before we get on to all we're not going to have a rookie contest update because we have 3 players playing in the Monday night game. So we don't have an update. Or have you had a chance to look at the Kyle Pitts versus Dalton Kincaid numbers for this week?
I checked mid-game of the Vikings game on Kincaid.
Okay.
And I know he only had like 3 receptions for 30 yards.
He went 4 for 6 for 37 yards. You want to know Kyle Pitts' numbers?
What's that?
4 for 5 for 37 yards. So
you are being buoyed by a touchdown.
1 touchdown, baby. That's all you need.
You know what, though? You know what? They threw up the stat somewhere. I was seeing the stat that next week the Falcons play the Panthers, and the Panthers apparently can't cover a tight end to save their lives. So if you're playing DFS, put Kyle Pitts in. But anyways, you're 2-0 right now. Since I thought we were doing cumulative for this, but okay.
Well, it is.
Okay.
This is, but I just like seeing how, and somebody's still leading after 2 weeks, sir.
Anyways, let's go ahead and start our news and notes. Right off the top, George Kittle on the IR, expected to miss 3 to 5 weeks with a hamstring injury.
Yeah. The practice field in San Fran is built on Indian burial ground.
There is no other explanation.
Yes. Something, they've got bad voodoo, man.
Then our sleeper of the year, Tank Bigsby, gets traded to the Eagles.
Guys,
we are 2 for 2 on claiming late round running back to watch them get traded away.
So at
this point, J.K. Dobbins, be terrified for your job.
So it was heartbreaking because that ruined just so many. I have a couple fantasy teams where I had Brian Robinson Jr. and Tank Bigsby.
Oh no!
So that helps a lot.
Well, okay. But you, and this is a terrible thing to think about, but you have the Madden curse that might blow in your favor, where Tank Bigsby just got traded to the Eagles. And if you watched any of that game, Jalen Hurts is not doing anything for that.
Jalen Hurts is Tim Tebow!
You just terrified your cat.
He didn't even he threw for 95 yards today.
JJ McCarthy did better than him?
Yes.
It was bad.
95 yards.
Yeah.
And they still beat Kansas.
They still beat Kansas City.
That's later. Continue with the news.
Later.
We're everywhere today. It's okay.
We don't. If you guys already know this, we don't plan.
We don't plan.
We're just firing from the hip right now.
And one of us is very angry about how his weekend went in fantasy football.
So anyways, Brock Purdy is expected to miss 2 to 5 weeks with turf toe. Turf toe going around.
Turf toe is
it contagious?
It's a monster is what it is.
Kind of messed
They've got to change the name.
Yes, because turf toe, it makes it sound like, what are you talking about? It's no big deal. Torn ligaments in your foot? Get out of here. Oh my God. I would be screaming on the sidelines.
Torn ligaments in foot. Ugh.
It's a terrible name.
Yes.
Change it. Just say torn ligament.
That or exploded foot.
Yeah.
One of those.
And the only way he's going out there is if he's got his foot entirely casted up, which doesn't work well when you're running. Next, Austin Eckler, in fact, tore his Achilles.
That one was heartbreaking. Watching that he's an old man.
Everybody knew it. Second.
Yes.
The second he laid down on the field, it was like, oh no.
One of those you see the plant and you just know, and it's for his age, you hope that's not his last time on the field. But at his age, you're looking at maybe 2 years back.
And
it's almost like
blown Achilles, they tend to reoccur too, which is also a problem.
If only they had
a backup
running back.
Bill.
Yeah, they sure wanted to use him. I don't know. Maybe there's a team with a really good backup that they could trade for.
You know what? Just throwing this out there. Just throwing this out there. Maybe, considering the Dolphins' season is already over, they should just trade A-Chain away.
Or, there's a team on the West Coast. They have one of the best running backs in the league, and they have a pretty solid backup running back.
But I'm just saying,
their
training staff seems to be a problem. So if you trade for him, he may explode.
I mean, maybe.
But Brian Robinson Jr. would have been an option.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Now, Cowboys sign Tyler Smith, their offensive guard, to a 4-year, $96 million extension.
They put up like 40 for the Cowboys. Now it was overtime. They won in overtime.
Yeah.
They put up
how much?
Gave up 37.
They did give up 37
They let Russell Wilson throw for 3 touchdowns.
Speaking of Russell Wilson, he got the kiss of death from his coach, saying there's no sense of urgency with the QB situation. So,
he didn't play bad today, though. That's the thing.
He didn't play great.
He threw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
He was throwing moon balls and just letting Malik Neighbors come down with them.
But it works. It works, man. So, if you're competitive like that, if you're going into overtime, it's 40-37 at the end of the game, can't move on, man.
I had Malik Neighbors in our guillotine league, and so, hey, who should I bid for on your team?
Oh, well, hell, you know what? We'll do this for the podcast. We'll pull it up since I get to share this wonderful team that I built. That I get to.
I'm not touching Justin Fields, just to let you know.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so my team in the wonderful guillotine league that is currently a 13-team league. Now it's going to 12 after I get eliminated. At quarterback, I have Justin Fields and Michael Penix. Running back, I have Chase Brown, David Montgomery. I have Jaden Blue, who was a healthy scratch again this week. Ollie Gordon.
We're going to put quotations around the healthy on one.
They don't. Jaden Blue, Ollie Gordon, Quinshon Judkins, who looked good in his first game, Jordan Mason, and at receiver, where everybody's going to have fun getting my guys, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, George Pickens, and Kayshawn Booty, who caught a touchdown today.
Again.
And at tight end, I got Mr. Brenton Strange.
I might have to throw a bid for Wilson and I guess maybe Booty. Actually, I think I got
Justin Jefferson, Chase Brown.
Definitely got to throw some money at Chase Brown. I need a running back.
We don't know what's going to happen in Cincinnati now.
Definitely need a running back.
Continue with the news.
Okay.
We're getting...
So now that we finished that detour, and going directly into the latest news that Joe Burrow feared to have suffered grade 3 turf toe injury and will require surgery, sidelining him at least 3 months. Now,
Is it confirmed that he's getting surgery, or are they getting a second opinion?
No, they're going to get a second opinion, and I saw Andrew Hawk tweet out about how the Bengals staff had slotted him for season-ending surgery, and he got a second opinion, and the second opinion said, you just wait 3 weeks and you'll be fine, which he did, and he played the rest of the season. So now he was talking about an ankle injury and not turf toe, but we'll see. And
Turf tuberculosis? It's got to be something better than turf toe, man.
yeah, turf toe is a terrible name. Anyways, that's the end of the news and note. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Did you get to watch any football today?
I
know you were pretty busy. I also was busy. My two Cowboys had their rodeo last night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the pocket. I have Cowboys, guys. I have legit Cowboys. My oldest bull rides, and then my youngest, he does mutt busting, but he's officially too big to mutton bust now. So he is moving up to calf.
Okay.
So I have Cowboys, and they had a rodeo that was 2 hours and 20 minutes away. Yes. Today, the youngest helps scout, so we were out helping at a scout event.
Fun.
So.
I was doing my college class,
yeah. So I was able to listen
to
some football today. I was able to... we talked about Justin Fields killing me. We talked a little bit about the Chiefs, Eagles. The Chiefs play the Giants, so the Chiefs should have a get-right game.
Yeah.
Should. But, man, that offense. Here's the thing. I didn't watch it. I listened to it. It sounded rough.
I got to watch second half of the game.
Okay.
And it was ugly. He had a big bomb to Tyquan Thornton. And that's when you ask, who?
That's the rookie, yeah. So
yeah,
it almost just looks like they're with Rashee Rice being out.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that was the pin to get everybody go. And
it's hard to judge the offense when you're missing your top two wide receivers, but you still got to play the game.
Cincinnati versus Jackson.
Uh-huh.
I know it's game 2 of the season, so let me start with that.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence is hot dog water.
Okay. I'm going to say something that everybody disagrees with, and I'm just going to say it anyway. 3 preseason games is not enough. It used to be 6 weeks of preseason. They dumbed it down to 4, and that's what I was used to watching. Now 3 is not enough, especially when everybody is not playing their guys during their preseason games or relying entirely on practice. They need game speed. Now the joint practices are good. I'm not going to say that they shouldn't do those, but they need more time. I grew up watching NFL Europe, where you used to let guys develop for years, and it's not the same anymore.
Look, me and you both can sit here and understand that it's hard to implement new offenses, let alone an entire new coaching staff with a brand new head coach.
Yes.
These are professionals. They are paid at the highest level to understand these things. Trevor Lawrence hasn't had a decent 3-year span of a same coach.
No.
What I will say is it is concerning that you have a professional playing at the highest level still throwing passes 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, not realizing where he... That's super concerning to me. What's more concerning is what is supposed to be one of the better offenses that everybody is going to be relying on in fantasy, or was, now is missing their field general in Joe Burrow.
Again.
That offensive line is going to get him killed or traded. He's gonna leave if he can't do what he needs.
Now, the thing is that I don't think... the only way that works is if he goes ahead and pulls a Carson Palmer, where he just says, trade me or I retire. That's the only way this works, but because nobody's going to give up their stud quarterback, but it's scary.
Why can I not think of his name? The coach, Zach Taylor?
Yes.
That sounds wrong, but...
I thought he's their offensive coordinator?
No, he's...
Oh, I don't know.
He's not... He won't make it. Joe Burrow will get a new coach for it. But they're throwing now... Jake Browning, I think, is the backup.
Yeah. He threw for like 3 touchdowns like that. Also threw 2 picks. It wasn't pretty.
He still hyper-targets Jamar Chase, so that helped.
It helps your fantasy.
It's going to slow down the run game, I feel like.
Maybe.
So we will get official news probably by Tuesday, I'd imagine, is this...
It might drag into next week, possibly.
Oh, he's not playing next week.
Oh, no.
No.
I'm talking about getting the official news on whether he's out for the rest of the season. It may drag into them taking a second opinion and all that stuff.
I did see that the Dan Campbell owns Chicago. They put up 50. Rome Odunze is the only good thing about Chicago's offense right now.
Now, that being said, it was easy to call, but I expected this.
52 is a lot.
I expected them to come out angry and put a beating on them.
They were embarrassed.
After they got embarrassed.
They were embarrassed.
They got embarrassed on the road. They got to come home. They got to host a division rival, and I expected a beating.
52's a lot of points.
Yeah.
52 is a lot of points. So
Caleb didn't look good.
Okay, so we could have this discussion, and I don't think we got to it last week. You can see in this scripted portion of the game, the first drive, maybe first two drives.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Mm-hmm.
The moment he's going off of Ben John's script and he has to figure it out, looks like a deer in headlights. Some of that is...
Maybe he just needs another year with the playbook.
It might be that... That makes me think the offense is there if you can script it.
Yes.
But
unfortunately, they can only script like 20 plays.
Yeah.
Every coach scripts like 20 plays.
Right.
And they practice it every single day.
So I beat it into the ground of this year wasn't the year you wanted a bear.
Unless it's Rome Odunze.
He had 2 touchdowns.
Yes, he did. I had him in DFS.
He's
However, I built 2 lineups this week, and neither of them scored enough points because I picked a couple dud. Like I had like 3 guys that were dragging me up, and then 2 guys that I didn't hit on. I did
the Justin Field stack.
That hurts.
We did talk about his concussion, so he'll probably miss next week. It's been a trend the past couple years. You get a concussion, you're at least missed.
Probably.
So the only other real note I saw this little note. So through 2 games, Mr. Cam Ward has been sacked 11 times. That hasn't happened in 7 worth through 2 games.
This is the same team that David Card a quarterback, and they're doing it again.
Well, no, David Carr was with the Texans.
Oh, no.
So,
yeah, that's right.
Not the Oilers, but the Texans. Yeah. So, that's... Oh, man. It is rough.
But everybody loved that touchdown that he threw.
Yeah, I mean... Bad teams are going to be bad teams, man. It takes a lot to pull bottom feeders out. Takes generational talent and guys that teams like Cincinnati who have a generational talent and Joe Burrow just seem to be willing to throw it away when you don't invest in an offensive line protection.
Yep.
All right, so we have 2 Monday night game.
And so we were able to build a roster for the Monday night game for you guys to enjoy. We didn't have to do the captain's contest. I didn't really like it, so I was really happy to hear that we had 2 games to build a roster.
Alrighty. So we talked a little bit about this earlier this week.
We did.
And I flip-flopped a little bit because of the Brock Bowers news, but
I thought they're saying he's playing.
They are. So the roster I have is now set.
Okay.
Because according to Pete Carroll, he fully expects Brock Bowers to play.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you like to start or would you like me to?
You can go ahead.
All right, so at quarterback. So, okay. Me and you both had the same thought process. Oh, this is an easy pick. We picked 2 different quarterbacks.
I did until you convinced me otherwise.
Okay.
So
it's Justin Herbert.
I initially picked Geno.
5,900 for Herbert.
I originally picked Geno, and then you were just like, but Herbert. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
I'll take the way better quarterback.
Well, the thing is that Geno is 5,300 and Herbert is 5,900. Baker Mayfield is 6,500 going against the Texans. So picking the most expensive option seems bad.
Okay.
And so I decided to go with Herbert because he just has better options.
Well, so last year against the Oakland Raiders, they one of the weeks he played them, he was quarterback 3 on.
Okay.
And so
let's hear the rest of your roster.
Well, let's flip-flop. Who do you have at running back?
I picked Bucky Irving and Nick Chubb.
Oh, okay. Well, what a quinky-dink.
But a little bit of a spoiler. I paid down at everywhere else.
Okay.
And was able to throw Ashton Genty into my flex.
Oh, okay. So you went extra running back.
I went extra running back.
I always try to put a receiver spot unless
Okay.
we don't have a McCaffrey on the slot. So receiver wise,
So what's your running backs?
same.
Same.
Bucky Irving, and then 5,000 for Nick Chubb just seems like a free play at that.
Especially since right now the rating for Tampa Bay's defense is terrible against the run. Now, that might be because they played against Bijan, and Bijan absolutely ate my Vikings defense, so maybe Chubb isn't the best play. But we're about to find out.
We will. At receiver, I went Ibuka
I did too.
for 5,800. Quentin Johnston
My
to
goodness.
stack
My goodness.
at 5,400.
Uh-huh.
And then this is where I got goofy. I went Dante Thornton Jr.
Okay.
And then in my flex, Dante Thornton Jr. or Deontay Thornton Jr. 39. So there's my cheat.
Okay.
That afforded me the ability to put Nico Collins in my flex and still have Brock Bowers as
And which defense?
Tampa.
Okay. I also picked Egbuka and Quentin Johnston.
Okay.
And then I picked Keenan Allen.
Okay.
The old guys having a resurgence. DeAndre Hopkins having himself 2 big weeks. And Keenan Allen, I think last week...
We didn't even talk about Baltimore beating them.
We did not. Although, kind of expected that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody expected. So, last week, Keenan Allen had 19.8 fans because he caught a touchdown and had 7 receptions for 68 yards. And for 4,800, it seems like a steal. And then I picked Mayer, the backup to Brock Bowers, for 3,300.
So with Brock Bowers playing, and we can talk this out here, with Brock Bowers playing now, do you want to see if you can swap that out?
I could swap it out. However, Cade Otton is the other option, and he goose-egged last week.
He did.
Dalton Schultz is below him, and he had 5.8 points.
So if you threw in Schultz, what money does that leave you?
Right now, if I throw in Schultz, $2,700. I had $2,700
Left over. Who do you have at defense?
I picked the Texans.
Okay.
And,
you said you have Genty in your flat?
Yes, I do. One of the most expensive players in the...
So if you took Keenan Allen out, how high could that get you up? Could that get you up to...
I could get Nico or Lad McConkey.
Okay. But you feel better going Keenan?
I do. Maybe...
So full disclosure, when we were talking about this earlier this week...
Maybe I should take Quentin Johnson and put in Lad. No, Quentin Johnson. I like my lineup. I'm not going to...
No. Here's the thing. With these, you don't have to use all the money.
That was kind of my thought process was $2,700 left over. You don't have to be at Jeopardy 0.
So full disclosure, my thought process was before we got the Brock Bowers, I went ahead and put Dalton Schultz in there.
Okay.
And that gave me the ability to swap Deontay Thornton Jr. for Lad McConkey.
Okay.
And that's what I ran. So that's the pivot I did. I went back to Brock Bauer and went down to Deontay Thornton Jr. But that left me with 0.
Okay.
Zero. So, but again, you don't have to use the whole salary. I do like doing that game that we just did of like, okay, if I swap this guy, how high could I get on a couple spots? And then that always bites me in the butt every time I do it, but it's still fun to guess. This week's been tough. So full disclosure, I thank everybody that listened to this podcast. If you are still listening to us, thank you. Because we haven't given great advice when it comes to running backs, at least. So thanks for coming along with this journey of 2 morons in a basement. I went receiver heavy everywhere this year, and it's really kicking my butt. So I already have the Joe Burrow manager in my keeper league reaching out to me about.
Ooh.
He has Josh Jacobs. So
do you think you can pry him away?
That's going to be the counter offer is send me Joe Burrow because I'll eat his injury. Send me Josh Jacobs and send me a 3rd round for bonus.
I don't think I'll 3rd. Now in your keeper league, 3rd round picks are 1st round picks.
Yes, the first 2 rounds.
If you lock your players.
Yes, the first 2 rounds are the lock rounds. So if you don't lock anybody, then you pick them. So essentially,
3rd round picks are 1st round.
3rd round pick is the first. So
if I was this guy, I would tell you to kick rocks. But
that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think you're gonna have to settle for a 5th.
I've had heartbreaking first 2 weeks. Now
we called 2 fantastic backups.
Yes.
To get traded.
Yes. So there is a podcast I listen to who I enjoy. And they say, keep fighting. All you got to do is make the playoffs. So if you're the last team in the playoffs, you're the last team in the playoffs. So
last year, our work league.
You were so close.
Last year, our work league, I went 0-7 and then won 7 weeks in a row. And I almost made
You
the
missed it by
playoffs.
like a tiebreaker, didn't you?
Yeah, I missed it by a tiebreaker. And I just at that point, I was just having fun talking smack to everybody because I was beating the number one seed on my division. I beat the number one seed in our division 3 times because I would knock them off the rankings. Somebody else would go in, and that would be who I played. I did it 3 weeks in a row. I had so much fun talking smack at that point. I'm pretty sure I was the only person texting in the group chat.
Everybody was worried you were going to get in.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Although it was a very aggravating start to the season.
Yeah. So don't give up. I know I won't be. I know I have a bunch of homework to do this week to figure out how to manufacture some victories and withstand my losses. So with that being said, guys, we got 2 Monday night games. I hope everybody enjoys, and we love you. Good night.
Good night.